Just to make something clear, I'm not dead, I've not been infected with a certain unspecified virus, and I have not quit YouTube. Simply put, I am working on a thing. Merry Christmas. Okay, I hope it goes well, but I don't know who you are. Noon asked. I literally have no idea who you are. Why I get this shit on my feed. I'm not subscribed to you, so piss off. Coronavirus?
What?
Who the f are you? Who the f are you? Bruh, who the f is this? When did I ask? Just working on a thong. To John Cedia. Haha, you're dead. Babushka. Who the hell are you and why should we care? People like you should stay away to make room for others to emerge. I hate posts like this. Ungrateful, entitled creators need to be canceled.
Corona.
Get out of my recommendations. Hopefully you don't get tickets to the Backstreet Boys World Tour. She quit. You boo. Okay, I don't care a shit. Guys, try crypto Bitcoin. It's popping off right now. I'm beginning to think Kanye is not going to be unspecified virus. Ma'am, I've told you 17 times you have AIDS. So you want to know what I've been doing all this time?
I'm done. I'm actually done. What? It's been so long. I don't even know what day this is. I'm not even wearing pants right now.
Hello.
Welcome to 2021, everybody. Wowee, we made it. We survived. 2020's over. So, I've been spending a lot of time looking at my old paintings. I started painting in grade 10, and it was rough. Not gonna lie, I was probably the worst in the class, but I loved it so much. It was honestly one of my favorite classes the entire semester, even if it was just an elective. It's still a very fun hobby for me, and I still have a lot of improving to do. But anyways, all of this emotional nonsense just has to do with the fact that I've been spending a lot of time just looking at my old artwork. And I've come to the conclusion that a lot of my paintings suck ass. And I'm not saying that to be like quirky and funny and relatable to try to guilt you out of compliments. It's not. Like, objectively, if you gave them to a professional artist or like anybody who knows what they're doing, they'll see a bunch of technical issues in my paintings. Remember when I said I painted the Mona Lisa? Well, I tried to paint the Mona Lisa. Oh my god, I can't. No, stop it. Ew, no, take that off. This is not the Mona Lisa. This isn't the Mona Lisa. This has never been the Mona Lisa, and this never will be the Mona Lisa. Da Vinci, I'm sorry. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. Why did I make her pupils like that? Why is it built like that? Like, they're scaring me. So once I had finished taking a steaming dump on all of my paintings, I decided, you know what would be cool? You know what would be fun? What if I just take the time and redo all of my paintings? My intention was to redo this one, which is a self-portrait I painted. When did this happen? I just have a couple things to say about this. First of all, what is this composition? I look like a floating head. This is a self-portrait, but it's not very accurate of what I look like now, because frankly, hair? I mean, we don't do that around here. What if, instead of a self-portrait, I paint a family portrait? Yes, this is the effect I'm going with. Now, truth be told, I've wanted to paint a family portrait for a very long time now, but I never had the opportunity to do it. However, these are not regular circumstances we find ourselves under, is it not? Listen, okay? I'm an impulsive bitch. I think we know that by now. Actually, I took a personality test the other day. You know those like Myers-Briggs personality tests or whatever they're called? Turns out I have the same personality type as Taylor Swift, J.K. Rowling, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, Will Graham from Hannibal, which made me really happy because the last video I spent like 10 minutes talking about how much I love Hannibal. Oh, Rue from the Hunger Games, Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, and get this, I don't even know if I can say this, Adolf Hitler and Osama bin Laden. Okay, I need to shut up or else I'll get canceled. Anyways, moving on. So step 1 was to build the damn thing. And I talked about this in my last video, so I'm not going to spend much time talking about it. Actually I will, because this was where I made my first mistake. I thought I was man enough to be able to make this canvas by myself with only one pair of hands, and that resulted in a canvas that wasn't stretched properly. It felt a lot like painting on a trampoline, or like painting on a pillow, if you know what I mean. So yeah, clearly, as you can tell, things were off to a great start. Okay, so we have the canvas. What do we do now? My neck is so thick. Holy crap. Ugh. Yeah, so up until this point, I really hadn't put any thought into what the actual composition of the painting was going to be like. I just knew it was going to be a family portrait. So I decided to go on Google to try to find some inspiration, and I found exactly what I wasn't looking for. These photos have the exact same energy as the awkward class photo. Like, if I wanted something this white, I would have just looked in the mirror. But then I fell down the rabbit hole of looking at Renaissance era family portraits, and woo-wee! Whoa, the flavor. So at this point, you know, I had a couple of ideas floating around in the old noggin, for lack of a better word. So I decided to cut and paste a bunch of objects that I found on the internet to try to create a composition. I wanted the left half of the painting to be immersed in darkness, but I also wanted there to be a balcony with trees in the background. I wanted the wall to be painted a color that was somewhere between burgundy and poop. The railing. We can't just have a balcony with no railing. People are just gonna fall off. So the railing had to be intricate, but not too intricate to the point where I can't paint it. I want it to be curvy, like the hourglass figure I don't have. I want there to be light, like filtering through the balcony, so the edges of the railing look like they're highlighted with champagne pop. I want there to be a pillar, like a big fat white one in the left hand corner of the painting. And it has to be like emerging out of darkness, almost glowing. What if we put a vase of flowers in front of the pillar? Because we don't have enough stuff. And I want the vase to be terracotta. And what about some peonies? Yes, write that down. I love it. Okay, guys, what if the entire thing was on a checkerboard? But not like a nice checkerboard. I need like a dirty one that's like grimy and nasty and seems like it hasn't been cleaned in forever. Actually, I've changed my mind. The floor is boring. Throw a carpet on that bitch. I want a Persian carpet. You know, the one from IKEA? Wait, is that cultural appropriation? And finally, the cherry on the top. You know, I want a chandelier, but not any chandelier. I want a candelabra, like those big metallic ones that are thick and like rustic. Great! I have a composition. Everything's set up to work. Now I just gotta get to painting. So the first thing I did was paint the wall in the background with a mixture of burnt sienna, raw sienna, cadmium red, and like a pinch of yellow ochre. And I got the exact shade of shit I was looking for. Now this painting bestowed upon me quite a couple lessons, you know. I've learned a lot about painting in general through this experience. I'd like to share with you the first lesson I learned, which is, kids, don't ever blend. It's funny because in grade 10 art class, nothing was mentioned about not blending. You see, when you don't blend, you kind of create like a richness in the painting, and the paint also doesn't thin out as much. At least that's just what I noticed. Meanwhile, in grade 10 visual art class, so anyways, after I was finished painting the wall, all in all, you're just another brick in the wall. So the next thing I did was work on the forest. And to do that, I found a photo of green that I liked on Google. And then I divided that up into 8 bite-sized chunks because I can't paint that all in one sitting. My ass is gonna start hurting. And before I knew it, the forest was done. And not gonna lie, I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out because, let me tell you, I've committed quite a couple atrocities on canvases. I'm happy with how the foliage kind of turned out. It looks a lot like trees. And also the reflections in the water are pretty cool. I didn't think I could do that. Okay, kids, time for a lesson. What happens when you shine a light behind something? Well, let's find out, shall we? Oh! Oh my god! It's a twilight eclipse! Okay, so if my absolutely flawless and exquisite demonstration didn't teach you, well, let me explain. When you shine a light behind something and you're looking at it from the front end, you're only gonna see the illuminated edges, essentially. Now, I didn't understand that concept for like 5 days because I redid the railing like literally 5 times. The first time I made it too pale. The second time it was like all brown. I didn't make any variation in color. And then the third time I understood what it actually meant to shine a light behind something and have it look like an eclipse. So after the railing fiasco was over, it was time for me to print out. What? So after the railing fiasco was over, it was time for me to work on the pillar! For starters, what I did was print out a couple photos of pillars just so that I could have an idea of what I was gunning for. These dudes look pretty cool. I think they look pretty awesome. These ones are too advanced for me. This one's gonna give me a headache. I'll go with the simplest one. Thank you very much. Then I started to paint it. Nothing really crazy happened, except that the first time I